market analyst Wayne Kaufman says that's the problem. The government's own math doesn't add up, even if the rich are taxed at every last cent. That's staggering, Wayne. That's just staggering.
It's a stunning statistic that it pays for about 3 months of the government's yearly overhead. Another way of looking at it is that if they take every dollar that the millionaires, millionaires and billionaires, that's what Obama loves to say, take every dollar that they earn, you're still going to have a $500 billion shortfall in the budget. So where is Mr. Obama, President Obama, going to go for the difference? He's not going to cut the budget of a $500 billion. He's got to go to the middle class.
And raise taxes on that.
Got to raise taxes on the middle class. That's exactly right.
Do you think he really knows that, and if he's reelected, that's when he broaches that?
He really knows it. Whether or not he wants to handle it or thinks he can kick the can down the road for another 4 years, that I can't speak for him. But to me, all of his millionaires and billionaires stuff, this is just a red herring. It's a diversionary tactic to keep the spotlight off of his miserably failed economic policies. And when you're talking about running the government like a business, that you'd love to see that, the hallmark of any good business, of managers, is the ability to project your business. And managers who cannot project, they are shown the door shortly thereafter if they have failed policies. And if you look at Obama's own record, the projections that were made by his administration back in 2008 and 2009 about where unemployment would be compared to where it has gone, 3 to 5 million jobs in green energy, all types of projections. Just look at his record. If any managers in the private sector had made similar projections and were so far off the way he has been, they would have been unceremoniously shown the door.
That's a very good point. Just a couple of blocks away at her husband's Clinton Global Initiative today, the Secretary of State herself was weighing in on why the rich need to pony up more, pretty much everywhere.
Around the world, the elites of every country are making money. There are rich people everywhere. And yet they do not contribute to the growth of their own countries.
So in France, they want to tax them at 75%, and in our country, they want to tax them we already know 47%. Pay no income taxes here for a variety of reasons, but it is what it is. But the only fair way to correct it is to zap the ones who are paying taxes.
Her statement that she just made, that they don't contribute to the growth of their countries, that is a vulgar statement. Take Steve Jobs. He has not contributed. You were just giving statistics about GDP. To say that Steve Jobs or some of the other brilliant entrepreneurs like him do not contribute to the growth of the GDP of this country or those other countries, that's just a horrible, unbelievable thing to hear. And it's pure demagoguery, and I have no other way of saying it. That is a stupid statement.
But it's kind of the Secretary of State. I could see the President who's bemoaned this issue on and on again. But for the Secretary of State to have a global view that the rich aren't doing anything to help their respective countries out and that they should pay more to do that shows an economic ignorance and a naivete at best.
That's completely right. And it shows, really, that highlights the difference between Obama and Romney. Obama wants to paint the picture that there's a finite pie and that if I make something, I'm taking it from you. Whereas Romney, he understands and believes in growth. And he knows that with the right growth policies, everybody can have a bigger pie and share in it. And that is the big difference. And hopefully he can make that visible to people when we have the debates and for the rest of the campaign.
We shall see. Wayne Kaufman, thank you very, very much. In the meantime, Mitt Romney is trying to focus more on voters, but Republicans say...